Good morning, gang. Grab your Bible. Psalm chapter 3, not 3. We're going to start in verse 4 at today. So Psalm chapter 3, verse 4, but get your notebook, okay? Get your notebook, piece of paper, whatever it is that we have so far. I want you to write down Psalm chapter 3, it's going to be in verse 5. That we find our answer today. So just write down verse 5. And I want you to write down, who is God? Leave a blank. Who is God? Ready? Let's find out today. All right? So let's see. Verse 4, it says, I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah. Think about that. He heard me. This was David. He's out in the wilderness. He's running away from Absalom, and God still heard him out in the wilderness. Cool. He'll hear us too. Let's see. Verse 5, it says, I laid me down and I slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. God is my sustainer. Okay? S-U-S T-A-I-N, sustainer, E-R. There you go. Okay, God is my sustainer. What does that mean? Okay, on the piano, and a couple of you, aren't a couple of you taking piano lessons? On the piano, there is a special little pedal that you hold when you want the note to be held out, and that's called the sustain pedal. Have you ever thought about that? What does that mean? It means it holds. It keeps that note, keeps on going. You hit the note and you hit that pedal and it keeps the note going. You continue to hear that same note. That's what God does. He says, I went to sleep, I laid me down and I slept. Now, sometimes we have a lot on our mind and we can't stop thinking and we can't sleep. That's really bad. But he says, I laid me down and I slept. I woke up. And it says, and for the Lord, the reason I woke up was that the Lord sustained me. Here's David out in the wilderness. He's being chased by Absalom. He could be dead at any moment, and he lays down and he falls asleep. And God woke him back up again. Said, hey, you're still alive. I kept you alive through the night. That's pretty cool. Have you ever stopped to think about that? Or did we just take it for granted? You know, every night we lay down. Do we think to thank him for the day that we've had? And then when we wake up, do we think to thank him for the sleep that we had and that he woke us up and that we're still alive? That's a major thing, because there are people that go to sleep and then don't wake up. Yeah, God sustains us. He keeps me going. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about why we're doing this. See, back when I had my open heart surgery, I needed to know more about who God was. I needed to know that he was really going to take care of me. I did not want to go through that open heart surgery. Papa made me have that surgery. I just told him, you know what? I could just slowly die. No problem. I'm going to go to heaven. And heaven is wonderful. My parents are waiting for me there, Nana and Papa. I've got children that we don't even know their names because we lost them early, that are waiting for me. I got grandbabies waiting for me, who are either your brother or your sister that was the very first grandchild. He's waiting for me. So why did I need to go through this surgery? Because Papa needed me to stay here on earth. And because God had something planned for me. But I needed to find that out myself. I needed to find out why. And I needed to find out who God was more. So I started this study back just over 4 years ago. now. I started this study. As soon as we found out I had heart problems, I started studying about who God is to me personally. And it helped me. But this verse was really, really special because I knew I could go into surgery, and if it was God's will, and we've talked about that before, about praying in God's will. If it was God's will, I was going to wake up from that surgery and be okay. And I did. I woke up. It wasn't much fun right afterwards, but I woke up and I am fine now. God sustained me. God wakes you up every morning. Have you thanked him for that? He is your sustainer. Just like that pedal. I want you to think about that pedal. He holds that note. He keeps you going through the day. So what is a sustainer? That's going to be the question today. What is a sustainer? God is the one who keeps you going. I hope you're having a great day. I get to see you really, really soon. Oh, I'm so excited. Bye-bye.